It's 4 a.m. in London and we've just seen one of the most stunning results in British electoral history. Behind me is Nigel Farage, who was just given a victory speech in the EU referendum. 6 hours ago he thought he'd lost. He thought an electoral registration drive by the government had pushed them over the boundary. And yet here he is celebrating, people here proclaiming this Thursday Independence Day.
I feel elated. I feel it's the happiest day for a long time. I feel free. I think the British people have spoken. Making our own laws, I have no idea who's governing me and making my rules in Europe, and I'm looking forward to the European club come tumbling down.
I think what we've done is we've proved to the nation, to the world, in fact, let's be honest, because we're not talking about a small issue here. We're talking about something that's going to affect us globally. Yeah, we've stood outside of that box. We're now making the step in the right direction, and we're showing how it can be done.
But even on Thursday night, victory didn't look so certain.
It's just gone 10 p.m. here, and already the Leave side have had two bits of potentially quite bad news. The first is Nigel Farage, the UKIP leader, saying he thinks Remain have won this vote, so that's not a confident message from him. And the other is a YouGov poll done on polling day itself, which shows a 4-point lead to Remain. So we're going to talk to some Brexiters and find out whether they think this once-in-a-lifetime, once-in-a-generation opportunity has really slipped away.
We've seen the polls at the general election be woefully wrong. Our poll that's just come out on 10,000 people is the opposite, 52-48. So it's looking like a dead heat, isn't it?
We've just had the first big results of the evening, Newcastle and Sunderland, both of them better than the Brexiters here expected. There were huge cheers. People haven't quite got their Union Jack hats on, but they're pretty close.
Well, I thought it was a tremendous result for the Leave campaign. The Labour Leave campaign has worked really hard in that part of the world, and I think it's a demonstration that actually, although the Labour formal position is to campaign to stay in the European Union, many Labour voters have not listened to that message and have actually voted with their own conscience and voted to leave. So we're delighted with that result.
Some Brexit supporters here haven't let victory sink in. They don't know the final tallies, and more importantly, they think the government and EU bureaucrats could come to some kind of fudge which keeps Britain in the European Union. Although this victory feels famous, it feels great, it just opens another chapter in their political fight. Henry Mance, Financial Times, London.